Should I say it's been a while or no?
It's been a while.
Been a while. Episode 18, I actually wrote that down before we got started, so we didn't have to spend 5 minutes trying to figure that out.
Count.
Yeah. Welcome back to your favorite podcast with your two hosts. You know us by now. People know.
The diabetic.
The diabetic.
And the dyslexic.
I'll take it. I had a kid yesterday say my handwriting looks like a third grader did it.
What grade was he in?
Might have been an adult. It was embarrassing.
It's pretty bad. Mine's pretty bad too, though. You know, they say it's because smart people have bad handwriting because your brain moves faster than your hand.
That 1,000% makes sense.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Well, I think I don't know any men that write well. Neat. Do you?
There was this kid that I was in 4th grade with. And
Freda Felcher?
Yeah, I know her.
From Cranston?
I want to say his name was Steven Rosen. Shout out if you're listening. I can't remember, but I remember this kid's handwriting looked like a robot.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen him since 4th grade, though. But it was really good handwriting.
Okay. That's great. You have a great memory.
Why do ladies have better handwriting?
I think
better to do?
Right. has to be.
It's just take their time.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been about a week and a half, I guess. That's
our standard schedule.
Yeah, because we let things happen and then.
Yeah.
But once we get the guest on,
they're coming.
We'll be every day.
We'll be ready.
I'll be quitting my day job.
Oh yeah, they're just waiting on Rogan to call.
Well, the summer is coming up, so I'll be done anyways.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So what do we got?
Well, I got a lot of stuff coming up that we will definitely end up getting into. Bachelor party, wedding, honeymoon, all that. But I had a life event.
You're not proposing, are you?
Yeah, happy I am. I had something that I did recently for the first time ever.
Had sex?
Yeah, it was awesome.
How was that?
It was quick. It was
quick?
I don't know, 5 seconds? It was a little overrated.
Wow, that's a long time. Anyways.
You're going to judge me for this.
Probably.
So I went and got a pedicure for the first time. Which is
that with the hands?
That's your feet.
Your feet.
There's a manicure and a pedicure. I did not get a manicure.
Why isn't a woman a cure?
Oh, nice.
Think about that.
I'm 24.
Bunch of sexist people.
Yeah, the fiance was going, and she was like, I'll pay, because you know I'm not paying, but will you go? It's like, sure, let's give it a shot. My right foot gets really weird when it starts to get warm out. I don't know why, but it gets really like dry. So I went and I got a pedicure, and I don't think I would pay for it. But if someone paid for me to do it, it's not bad.
So you go in there and they just massage your feet?
Well, of course I get a woman who does not speak English, so I don't understand her instructions. So she's like grabbing my feet and like trying to position it. First they put your feet in like a little sous vide thing. It's like a warm tub. It's not hot, it's just like warm. And that kind of just like bubbles for a little bit. And then they massage your calf with this like lotion-y stuff. And then they like scrub your feet and like I always have a problem getting like the corner of my toenails. You know, like kind of like they just like get some of the dead skin off, rub your feet and stuff.
Okay.
Overall, I'm going to give it like a solid 7.
Yeah?
7 out of 10, yeah.
So
it would be like if like a movie came out and it's like, it's a good movie, it's not worth seeing it in theaters, but if you could stream it.
So it's not worth me going to do it?
It's not worth if you're paying, but like.
Okay, but you guys are actually dating, so it's pretty much your money anyways.
No, if you don't think of it that way.
That's like if I were to just go out and buy another Mustang. And she's like, oh no, I paid for it with my money.
She's like, that's our money.
It's actually what happened.
You didn't see how good my feet look when I walked in?
You know what? I didn't even notice. So obviously it wasn't worth it.
They're glowing. It's flip-flop season, and my toes look immaculate. So
I guarantee you nobody would notice.
You know, she actually was like, at the end, she was like, okay, what color do you want? Because Abby was next to me getting her nose painted. And
Her nose painted?
Her nails painted.
Oh, is she a clown?
I was like, fuchsia, obviously.
They painted them?
Fuck yeah, they painted them.
No, they didn't.
No, I'm just kidding. But they asked. There was an option.
Then we would have some issues. But a lot of guys are doing that now. There's a lot of like that going on in the NFL.
Yeah.
Number one, didn't Caleb Williams, doesn't he do that?
I think he gets his nails done. And I think he gets them painted. Because I think I remember seeing him like black.
Yeah. So is that like a thing now, or
So if
that's who you pick to be your?
if I paid for you to get a pedicure, would you go to try it out? What if we did a live episode while getting a pedicure?
While getting pedicured. Korean pedicure? Or what's it called?
No happy ending.
No happy. I don't think anybody would want to watch that anyways. That would also be illegal. Highly.
Well,
depends on what.
depends on the county you're in.
Yeah, depends on who your governor is. Speaking of drafts.
Giraffes?
Drafts.
The animal?
The draft.
Have you ever seen giraffes fight? The way they slap their necks?
Yeah, it's pretty wicked.
Dude, that's gotta hurt.
There's no way it feels good.
You know what it makes me think of? It makes me think that their heads are going to collide at the same time, like in Step Brothers, when they hit their heads with the bat
and
the
just
golf club
die.
at the same time, and just knock out.
But they don't. They hit each other their necks.
And the giraffe's going to be like, I was talking about the fight.
That was so... No, the draft. World War III coming up.
Yeah. I can't get drafted. I'm diabetic.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think isn't it if you have flat feet, you can't be in the military?
Yeah, well, you're safe because they don't draft gays. So.
That could be the first edit out. It could be the first one. Is that? I don't even think that's true.
Got rid of that, yeah. So you're in trouble.
So I'm good, I guess. That's funny. I was saying something today about that. But
you're saying draft.
Draft. Like NFL draft.
Caleb Williams, number 1 overall, as expected.
Well, we don't care about any of that, but the Skins
draft, I was very happy with.
I guess you guys like that, right?
Oh, who did the Raiders get?
I think it was a tight end.
You don't even know.
It was a tight end.
Who was it?
I think it was Todd Heap.
It was Brock Bowers.
Oh, was that who they got?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I knew
Brock
that.
Bowers.
I knew that because I'm a diehard Raiders fan.
You know, Brock Bowers
Go Raiders.
was really good in college, but every time I watch him in college, I was like, why is this dude so dominant? Like, he would just always be open.
He was a man.
He would just always be open. Like, I never watched him make any, like, incredible plays. He just had outrageous stats.
He had some
He's,
great
like,
catches.
always wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah. So, obviously, he's probably good.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's not. I just can't.
You're basically saying he sucks
I can't
and they
understand.
shouldn't have drafted him.
I bet I could beat him in an arm wrestling contest.
Well, we know you're not winning in a chin-up contest.
Too soon.
Have we talked about that?
I don't know if we have. It's been almost 2 years. We're coming up on the anniversary.
It's that time. It's probably about time you maybe tell people about it.
You want me to?
As embarrassing as it is.
You want me to?
Well, it's your truth. It's your truth.
Well, the important thing to note is that for as long as you and Brooke have been together, I have been challenging Brooke to a race. Because that's how it started.
That's how it started.
I have been challenging Brooke to a race for, I don't know, 7 years now.
Yeah, and she's been scared.
And she has not raced me ever up until this incident. So finally, we had a few drinks in our system in Ocean City, and Brooke was like, all right, let's do it.
That's never how a dumb decision starts.
So we race, and of course I smoke her. Like, exactly what I expected to happen. But because of that, she started talking shit all night.
Where'd you guys race?
Out front of that bar, Sunset, whatever.
Grill?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Smoked her. So then after that, we go on a tiki boat.
Married to a loser.
And had some more alcoholic beverages. And there was like these bars around the bar on the tiki boat. And Brooke, the whole night, I'm like, I beat you in a race, you're trash, whatever. And she's like, I bet you can't even do a chin up. And I was like, want to bet? So I hopped up on the bar and did one chin up. And then when I released, my biceps tendon, after one chin up, completely snapped.
That was awesome.
And then I didn't know anything happened. I just kind of rested it on the bar the rest of the night. And then the morning we woke up, from here to here, like wrist to bicep, all black and purple. And our buddy who says he's like an EMT or whatever, Travis, was like, looks fine to me. Yeah, it needed surgery.
That was one of the best moments
After one chin up.
of all time.
Yeah.
You probably felt that was the biggest, like, I don't know, karma. No, maybe not karma.
Well, you know how it is when you get a cast, because I had a cast from basically my wrist up to my shoulder.
And you're right-handed.
And you know everybody has to ask what you did. So I had to be like, oh, chin up. And like, what do you mean? Like, I did one chin up.
I did half a chin up.
And that was it. It exploded.
Pretty embarrassing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Top,
So,
probably a top 3. But you do have a gnarly scar.
yeah, it's cool. I make up some
Pick up
stories about
chicks
it.
with it,
Yeah. Little baby.
or dudes, whatever.
But what was important is the next morning we woke up. It was clearly a problem, but we're in Ocean City still. So before we drive back to Frederick and go to the hospital, we stopped at Shotty's Point.
Love that place.
Got some lunch.
Shout out to Shotty's
Truffle
Point.
fries.
Yeah.
I almost
Rhino chasers.
dude, oh my god, I don't even like talking about it because I don't want more people to know about it. Because
What do you think they're just gonna like? Oh, because it's kind of like a secret.
it's not as well known.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. But that place rocks.
Yeah, amazing.
Well, we can shout them out.
Shout out Shotty's Point if you're listening.
Shotty's Point.
What's up? So we got some Shotty's Point, and then I went to Frederick and got surgery.
So embarrassing. That was
Thanks,
fun though.
Brooke.
That it was like a tiki boat on the water. Right.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was actually really fun. All you can drink.
We
for
actually
2
did it
hours.
twice. That happened on the second tiki.
I didn't make it to the second one.
We went out for like an hour. All you can drink. We're jamming out, whatever. We come back,
Yeah.
and we're like, somebody was like, "What are you guys doing after this?" To like the boat captain, he's like, "Oh, we don't have anybody else booked the rest of the night.
We were like,
We're like,
oh,
Can we just go back out right now?"
yeah.
So we didn't even get off the boat.
No, that's not true.
What did we do?
No, we went and got dinner.
Oh, and then went back on.
Right by the place.
Oh.
And then you got,
Then
I couldn't make it. Couldn't make it. But
Yeah.
I paid, and I was like, God damn.
Tony hates friendship.
Oh. I don't agree.
Think about it.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
Here's a French. I've been meaning to bring this up. A little bar etiquette.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Let's just say we know a guy who tries to get the party going at the bar
Sure.
every now and then. It's not an every weekend thing.
Okay. For this guy.
It's happened for this guy. It's happened a couple times. In the name of friendship.
Sure.
Johnny, all right, let's get some shots or bombs going. Right? Let's get this thing going, right? Because I'll fall asleep. And he covers the first round, takes care of. But then this guy maybe, all right, let's do another round. 3 or 4 rounds go by. Is that guy expected to pay for all 20 of those shots?
So just so I'm clear, there's, let's say, 5 guys hanging out.
Let's say there's 5 guys hanging out.
One guy says, I'm going to get friendship going, and gets a round of shots.
And puts it on his tab.
And then when he gets, that same guy gets another round of shots, then disperses it on everyone's tab?
No, he takes one of them. So it's not like he's like, oh, these,
But spreads it out.
but spreads them out.
And then gets another round,
Right.
and then spreads it out.
Because at the end,
Whoever this guy is.
whoever he is, probably not wearing a yellow shirt right now, but he's expected to take. At the end of the night, you figure we're doing at least 5, 6.
Well, let me ask
7.
you, does this guy tell the other people, hey, heads up, guys, we're getting around, it's going to be on everyone's tabs, or does he just show up with more shots?
The second thing.
I think I appreciate the friendship energy.
It's in the name of friendship.
I appreciate the energy that it's going for.
Okay, but maybe a little bit, maybe a heads up.
Maybe communication. I would say the problem comes at the end of the night when someone goes to check out, which, by the way, I never look at my bar tabs.
Yeah, who even looks at those things?
Never look at it. I almost never even look at the number. Like, I usually, like...
I'm like, oh, times that by 2. What is
Right.
it? The first number by...
I do, like, a tip. I leave, and then the next morning, I never look at what I spent.
Or you just leave it, and usually it's 20%, right?
I do that a lot. Especially if it's crowded. I don't even close out. I'm like, you had 20%, I'm out.
We did that at Bell's this past weekend, and one of the bartenders like ran out, like, you didn't pay his tab or whatever. But the one, I was like, I never do that. Like, so just put 20% on it. Like, why are we making a scene?
Yeah.
Like, just put
You have my info.
Yeah, just do the 20%. But I guess we didn't put a card down. Maybe that's what it was.
Okay, that's a problem.
So she couldn't put 20%.
I'm gonna say that I appreciate the friendship energy, maybe just some communication.
Communication.
But I think it
It's like
depends
a
on the
marriage.
vibes. Because if people are being lame and you're trying to rally, I mean, you know someone's going to be like, oh, I don't really feel like drinking that much tonight or whatever. No, we're hanging out. I'm getting shots. Sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah.
So I'm going to.
But I'm never that guy.
I'm going to say, no.
Not that I'm the other guy either.
I'm going to go on record and say, I don't have a problem with it.
Really? Oh, then I want to hear you bitch about it next time. Next
No,
time we're all
I'm
hanging
still
out.
gonna do that.
Because I've had to hear about it. Not me, but the guy I know has had to hear about it the last few times.
I'm still going to bitch about it, but I'm going to go on record
But you're
saying,
secretly pro.
let it rip.
Pro, let it rip. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to tell that one guy in our friend group that
you're okay with it.
Yeah, we just need support.
I think there's really only one guy that is really against it.
'Cause there might be. The guy I know in our friend group has only done it.
He's had a run. There was like a month where I feel like it happened a couple times.
Right? Well, yeah, that one guy in our friend group, maybe a handful.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm not taking it, or the guy is not taking any of them.
Is there any other bar etiquette things that are questionable? Like we talked about recently where even if you don't know the guy, if like, let's say we don't know each other, but I'm like, hey man, I'll get you a drink, whatever. Or if I'm buying a round of shots and I don't know Tony, but I get him a shot, you get that guy a drink at some point. Even if we don't know each other.
I'll tell you one. Remember when we went on that cruise and we're hanging out with the guy who owns a flip-flop company.
Flip-flop shop, but it got bought out by
$1 million company.
Yeah. Like multi-million dollars.
He had just come back from what, a 2-week cruise or something? 2 week.
He told us that he just came back from a resort in Mexico for two weeks and it was $60,000.
Okay, so picture that. Us, not millionaires,
Clearly.
senior frogs, trying to get the vibes going. So we're like, oh yeah. Which we ran up a $450 tab?
At least, yeah, that was crazy.
At Senior Frogs, was not expecting that. But yeah, got them around. I was expecting them to like buy our whole tab.
Yeah.
Maybe that's wrong for me thinking that, but
Give us a shot.
And we hung out with them the whole rest of the trip.
Yeah. Never purchased.
And then we tried to stay at his house. Like we're not going back to
Never purchased anything for us.
Yeah, that was kind of ignorant.
I think I'd be less upset about it if he didn't talk about how much money he had.
I don't think he did though.
He didn't say it in like a douchey way.
The wife was like, "Yeah, we just got." I think it was like the wife was like, "Yeah, we just got
Right.
back from this. We just did
Just
that."
buy us one shot.
Yeah, that's just one.
The only thing they did is later back on the boat when we were hanging on the hot tub, she pulled out like a mini of Tito's.
Yeah,
But it was like
it had probably hot
was
tub
like
water
90
in it.
degrees, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I think you got to do that.
Yeah, that was funny because remember there was this couple Hispanic guys and I was at the DC bar
Yeah.
and they were like my best friends and then Brooke's like, "Oh, we don't know them." I was like, "I already bought them a drink. It's cool." And they were like, "Is she racist?" I was like, "I don't know. She won't let me buy you guys this drink."
So maybe.
Yeah, so maybe. No, it was funny. No, it's just bar etiquette, right?
Yeah, I think like I don't know if this happens with chicks, but I can't think of a situation where it has. But I can meet a guy for a night or whatever.
After messaging him on Tinder.
We'll hang out. We'll be best buds that night because we got drunk together in the same location, and then peace out. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
if I just see a dude with like another Hawaiian shirt, I'm like, dude, sweet Hawaiian.
Yeah.
That's it. We're buds now.
We're buds. That always happens. Brooke always gets mad because every time it's, the guys don't even talk to us when we got, which we don't.
Yeah.
What do I always say? It's like a middle school
It's like-
dance.
Yeah, yeah.
The guys are over here. The girls over here. Even when we have the parties.
Yeah.
The parties it's hilarious every time.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's why I came here. Like, I live with you, Abby. So, sorry, I'm going to go hang out with the people I don't live with.
That makes sense.
that are also dudes.
Yeah, and very handsome.
Shout out friendship. Maybe one time we should do top 5 friendship moves.
Ooh. So that our one friend who does
The shots thing.
the shots thing should probably be number 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's on there somewhere.
It's got to be on
8
there.
or 9.
It's got to be on there. I'll just, you know what I'll do? I won't buy a certain somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do next time. Be like, what do you think? Or whoever. Be like, thinking.
Whoever that guy
Whoever that guy is.
I think if you communicate, guys, I'm going to get around, but I'm going to spread it out. Cool. If everyone's like, yeah, cool, and then one guy's like,
then we don't get him one.
lame, then we shame that guy.
Yep. And boo him out of the bar.
Yeah.
And possibly kill him.
And beat him in an arm wrestling contest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I have to bring this up because I sent this to you the other day, and I got to get my phone out here.
We've
Remember
said
that?
this before, that
What were you talking about?
scientists in like the headlines,
They're just making shit up.
there's no way any of this is real.
All right. So this is this is nuts.
What's the account? That
I don't know,
posted it?
space something.
Okay.
Space man. It sounds fake, but we were saying we think NASA or scientists are just making shit up because you read this and you're like, how the fuck would they know that?
There's no way. They're just like, what can we?
They're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna get them. They're not getting me.
No.
I'm not believing this shit. So let's listen here. 3.7 billion years ago. Okay. Mars had the solar system's tallest waterfalls, reaching 4 kilometers in height, 10 kilometers in width. Well, I don't know how much of a kilometer is.
Yeah, it's in Europe.
And spanning 100 kilometers in length in comparison. In comparison, Earth's tallest waterfall is only 979 meters high.
Okay, so 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters.
Say that again?
1 kilometer is 1,000 meters.
Okay, so it's pretty much 4 times that. All right, so let's break this down. 3.7 billion years ago. Right there, you're like, okay, how?
Long time ago.
How do we even know that? Mars, which we've never been to, humans, and we know that the tallest waterfalls.
There's no
We're
way.
just making shit up.
We don't know anything that happened 3.7 billion years ago. And I'm not one of these guys that's like, dinosaurs aren't real or whatever. But like,
I'm for that.
you like that
I
conspiracy?
like that one. I don't think it's true.
Why
but
do you
I
like it?
It's like the flat Earth one.
Flirth?
Flat Earth. I don't believe it, but I think it's awesome. I like it.
It's just like, we just made this up.
Have you seen the thing where it's like how dinosaurs really died, and it's flat Earth, and a meteor comes and it hits this point, and all the dinosaurs just fly off?
No, that's awesome.
I just think I honestly think we don't know anything.
Yeah.
We're just making shit up.
I think like even when someone's like, yeah, this is how hot the sun is, I'm like, who told you that?
The sun?
How did you throw a thermometer at it?
Yeah. Yeah. Just
You can't even stare at the thing.
I think they're messing with us.
Yeah, 100%.
They're like, oh, they'll believe this. Freaking.
That's like that thing. Have you ever seen that GIF? And it's like, here's Earth, and then it's like, here's the solar system, and then here's the galaxy, and it zooms out, and there's like that thing somewhere. It's like a sun, but it's like 10 billion times the size of our sun.
A star.
Yeah.
And they're like just so much. You can't even.
It's like next to it, the Earth is like the size of like the head of on a pen.
Less than that.
And it's like, how do you even know that?
Why do we even know that?
Yeah.
What are they not telling us?
That's like when they say the universe is always expanding. Into what?
Do they know these things and they're just like, we can't tell society? Because I think at this point, let's just get it all out on the table.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like tomorrow, if Earth was invaded by aliens, like if they were cool, but people were like, by the way, aliens landed, like they're here.
I think people would just be like, oh.
That would be like the third weirdest news headline.
This week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man.
People would be like, yeah, but Taylor Swift's new album?
The funniest one's like, oh, I hope they invade and take us all. I'm done with this place. What's going on here? Yeah.
I feel like I'd be cool with aliens. Like I feel like I could hang out.
And then they're like, all if they have this techno, like they would have already taken us out if they wanted to, right? Don't you think they would have just wiped us out?
Yeah, no one's going to send a ship and they're going to land and be like, oh, what's up? Unless they're cool.
Unless they're chill. I don't know. If people were saying they're coming out of the ocean, I don't even freaking know anymore.
Aliens are coming out of the ocean?
Or something's coming out of the ocean.
The ocean is freaky.
What do we know? Like, what have we discovered? Is it 5% of the ocean?
I don't know.
It's something ridiculous. So I think we know more about space than the ocean.
That's why I was a fan of the movie The Meg, which you said you were not a fan
I thought it was one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen.
The whole like thermo layer thing at the bottom.
Pretty interesting.
Good concept.
Good concept.
But then when you think it's over and then there's another Meg.
Yeah, I just didn't like a movie like that. Like, remember how Jaws was like very serious? People were like scared to go in the ocean.
Yeah.
This one was like they didn't need to do like the comedy and like
Too silly.
the comedy sucked. By the way,
Fair.
it was like silly. Like, no, if this was a real thing, like I think they could have done a better job.
That bugs me with a lot of movies, and Hollywood does that. Like the second Avengers movie.
Which one's that?
It's the one where the city is like falling on like a giant.
With
Age of
Ultron
Ultron?
or whatever. Yeah.
The whole thing is like forced comedy.
Yes.
Like right in the beginning, they're like in a fight, and they're like, "Why the chicken
Yeah.
cross the road?" I'm like, it doesn't have to be funny every second.
The comedy is horrible
I agree.
in
There's
those movies.
That's like a new genre now. It's like action comedy. Like they're combining them.
I'm trying
So
to
it's
think
an
of
action movie where it's just comedy.
Are there any movies that actually pull that off? I'm sure there are. There has to be.
Oh yeah, I can't think of one right now. But there's definitely
Like, there are
like
action movies that have like little.
Yeah, I mean it.
But they're not like silly.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. Like Armageddon, there's a couple.
right. But
laughs
it's not
in
like the
there.
whole thing.
And it's not like silly. It's like, oh, this is serious. Like,
Let's circle back to this.
where are we at? I don't even know where we're at.
We need to think of good action comedy movies that do
Yeah.
both well.
Right. I can't think of it.
I don't think there's enough action in Rush Hour to qualify.
That is a comedy to me,
Right.
specifically. It's like the country pop thing. It's its own thing. So it's action comedy.
Yeah. Country rap though. Looking at you, Sam Hunt. Not a genre that needs to.
I wouldn't even say it's rap. That's
Just stop.
country pop. If we ever, I think country rap is a thing though.
Hick hop is what it's
What?
called. Hick hop.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out on that.
Lame.
Sorry.
Yeah, so Jaden Daniels, number 2, second pick overall.
How did we get? That was crazy. I don't even know how we got to where we are.
I don't know.
Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I guess that's a good pick for the.
I'm good with the Redskins draft. The only thing that surprised me was they got that defensive lineman in the second with the number 36 pick from Illinois. Because we have 2 very good defensive linemen, I thought they should have gotten one of the DBs available.
Defensive back. To the layperson.
Like McKinstry was available and Cooper DeJean was available. DeJean Mustard.
Was that the white guy?
Yeah, from Iowa.
That would have been a number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, they
White
both were
cornerback?
really good. We got a D lineman who is one of the best D linemen in the draft, so like value wise, a good pick. But other than that, man, Redskins had a lot of people online rated them as one of the best drafts.
I did see that, yeah. But, I will never believe it until it actually happens.
I fully agree.
So there's nothing to be excited about.
We'll see what Jaden Daniels actually does.
Yeah. Yep. We also got NBA playoffs going on.
Yeah.
NHL playoffs going on.
Caps got eliminated.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. I thought they were going to at least steal one.
I thought we would get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they look like a team that didn't deserve to be in there. They
Yeah.
used all the juice to get in there.
They looked slow.
Slow, late. Ovi looked awful.
Ovi did look really bad.
He
Yeah.
looked terrible.
What does he need to break the record?
I want to say it's like 47.
I think it's around there, which the way he played this year, that might be 3 more seasons.
I think it's 2.
I hope it's 2. It should be 2, but
We can't trade him or let him go either. Like, you can't do that.
no.
But he may have to be off the first line.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Put him on the second line because it's not working out. And on the power play.
Yeah, definitely in the power play.
Yeah.
Hurts to say. Lost a step.
He's lost a few. Yeah.
Caps did not make it, but man, Rangers looked really good.
Dude, hockey playoffs are.
They're the best.
It's definitely the best. Yeah, it's the best. It's the intensity. I think I talked about this the other night. I love how they do the handshake line. Maybe I'm old school. I don't know.
Oh, where they like you do in
At the end,
League?
after the series is over, they like shake hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just beat the shit out of each other for 6 games. Like, yeah, that's a sign of respect.
I like
think,
it. Yeah,
I think that's pretty cool.
With how much they're in each other's faces and like fighting and stuff.
Dude, they're like,
it's a good way to end.
You can tell which guys genuinely don't like each other. Like, even if you don't like somebody, if you hate somebody, you still have to shake their hand.
Yeah.
And you can tell which guys.
Dude, when we were in Little League and you did that, I used to get so mad when people would talk shit during the handshake line. God, that would make me mad.
Yeah. I'm sure you were a big shit talker.
I actually didn't talk that much shit, to be honest.
Really?
In college, I did the opposite because I was so small.
Hey, man.
I would just like...
Try and be...
I would ask them about like movies and stuff.
Did you ever get any good responses?
The only thing I remember is my last game freshman year. They put in this... We were getting demolished, so they put in this young guy. I think it was like a freshman, and he was a linebacker, and I'm guard. And he's in the hole like ready to blitz in the A-gap. So I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing? Because he was like taking a step and then dropping back. So I'm like, 56, what are you doing? You coming or blitzing? They're like, you dropping or you blitzing? You dropping or you blitzing? He was like, I'm dropping. I'm like, all right, man. So play starts and he comes at me and I'm like, you lied, man, you lied. And while he's rushing, he's like, I'm sorry, bro, I'm sorry.
That's the best. That's actually the best.
It was cool, man.
That's pretty funny. I remember when we played Urbana my senior year, Drew ran a route down the middle of the field, and I just grabbed his hand and held it. He's like, what are you doing? Wait till after the game. It was, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't talk that much.
Just guys being dudes.
You know?
Well, I will say, Oilers and Avalanche are the best teams to watch right now.
Avalanche look good.
And I think they're going to meet in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
I wish it could be a finals, but because you got Connor McBuckets,
who's incredible,
who is going to go down as one of the greatest ever, I think, if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
All around hockey player. Like, I was thinking about where Ovechkin would last. Even if he breaks the record, I'm still not putting him. He might be top 10, maybe. Right? Maybe? Because he's a goal scorer.
You have to put him at top 10 based off that record. To even be in, like, everyone thought Gretzky's records were untouchable. To, like, be this close to breaking it, he's got to be top 10.
Well, it's not Gretzky's record.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, it is Gretzky's record.
Gretzky has all of them.
He has, dude, the one that he has where it's like, he has 1,000 more points than the next person even has goals. And it's something ridiculous like that.
His all-time points record is in just assists, I think. Or one or the other. If you took away all assists or all his goals, he still has the all-time points record.
Right, which is just...
There was one season where he had like 212 points.
Now, the goalies were not as good back then. It's still a very impressive record, but the goalies definitely were not as skilled.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same thing like...
With anything, probably.
The equipment that he was using, like the skates and the sticks, were probably not as high quality as they are now, or the coaching or whatever. So like, it goes both ways.
You could do that with anything, probably. But yeah, I think McDavid definitely... He is... I watched him live. We saw him last year, me and my brother. He is just gliding out there and just finessing. It's insane. And then Colorado's got Nate McKinnon, Cale Makar, I think his name is. Those West Coast teams, I mean, they're scoring 5-6 goals a game.
They score so many points.
Which is so...
Every West Coast game is 7-6.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to come out on the East Coast.
I always liked the Bruins, man. Even though they barely won.
Barely got...
But the Bruins have the best veteran players and...
But Florida, don't forget about Florida.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't go for a Florida. Even Tampa Bay, like the idea of Florida having a hockey team.
They've been in the past
It makes me
5
think
or
of the
6.
Jamaican bobsled team.
They've been in the past 5 or 6.
Yeah, no,
Either Florida or Tampa, which is pretty wild. Yeah, I like. And then you got NBA playoffs going on. I haven't really. The only series I've been watching is Denver and Minnesota.
Minnesota,
Who
whooped them.
Yeah. This guy, Anthony Edwards.
I didn't know who that guy was. Like, I don't follow basketball that much, but I did not realize how amazing this dude is.
He is special, and not special, but he's special, man. He's averaging like 35 points a game.
Didn't he put up 50 the other night?
I think it was 40 something.
That's awesome.
But the way they're comparing him to like Kobe and Jordan. They're saying like his killer mentality, which they'll never put LeBron up there in that. But his athleticism, when you watch him, he hangs in the air. It's pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's cool to watch. That's the only series I'm probably gonna end up watching. I think it's gonna be the best series of the playoffs to watch.
I don't know anything about the NBA. Like, I don't really follow it, but I have the guy 2 doors down from me is really old. He's probably like in his 80s, and the only thing we talk about is sports. Like, we've never talked about anything else. So I think he thinks I know all sports. So during like the NBA season, he was like, "Man, you catch that game last night?" And I just have to pretend I know which one he's talking about. I don't want him to think.
You don't want that.
I was like, "Man, they look good." No matter who it is, I just say, "Man, they look good."
You could ruin the relationship.
And he was like, "You're telling me?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Who do you got?" I'm like, "Man, it's tough."
It's one of them.
I don't know.
I mean,
He's like, "Right."
Yeah, that's.
I've been doing it for 3 years.
That's great stuff. Work friends are. Isn't work friends just such a great thing? I love it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna hang out with them. Really out. I mean, we do that. Work happy hours.
We can't do that.
You guys can't.
No, Well, I mean,
Is that illegal?
We would have to do it like on our own. The company doesn't allow drinking.
Yeah, we don't call it. We call it something else.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'm not.
No, we don't do anything like that. I wish we did.
We have gathering. I'll just say we have gatherings.
You all happen to end up in the same place outside of work.
Correct. Because we all love each other.
Affiliated.
Yeah.
No, I would like to.
Yeah. Sports. Okay, speaking of sports, let's stay on the topic. Did you watch the Tom Brady roast?
I did not, because it is almost a Lord of the Rings movie long.
It was so long. When I saw 3 hours, I almost turned it off.
Because what are the other roasts? They're like an hour and a half, maybe?
Yeah, but those are also on TV, and they cut out, like, this was live. This was a live special.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
So you got commercials with, when they used to do it on Comedy Central. Comedy Central did it.
Yeah.
You had commercials. They would take jokes out. Yeah, this is through. We sat through it, and it was one of the better ones because I've watched all the roast.
Yeah.
And it's up there. It's one of the better ones. They were all hilarious. Nikki Glazer was, to me, probably the best.
How was Tom? Like, Tom goes up at the end, right?
Tom who? Oh.
Haverford.
He was good. I can't figure out if I like the fact that he did it, or
I mean, he's not writing his jokes.
No.
Right.
He's still so douchey. It's I don't know. It's like you want to hate him, but at the same time,
do you like seeing him in that? Because I'm used to Tom Brady. You're a whiny little bitch with the Patriots.
It was cool to see him get shit on.
Like, seeing him in that other environment and seeing him, I feel like loosen up might be cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I would say it was cool. Then Belichick was there. Belichick got out there and told a couple jokes. Robert Kraft was there.
Belichick out on stage?
He told a couple jokes.
That's awesome.
Obviously, he didn't write them.
Yeah, whatever.
Didn't smile. But then he ends up doing a shot with Brady. So it was cool. Kevin Hart was funny. Tony Hinchcliffe was scary good.
That's cool.
He was so funny.
I've seen some of the jokes that came out of it, like between him and Peyton.
Peyton had some good stuff.
And that is funny.
Ron Burgundy showed up.
I saw that.
Which was awesome. It wasn't, his jokes weren't that funny, but I think it's just like
It's Ron Burgundy.
It's his character.
I love that they don't say Will Ferrell. They're like,
yeah, he's
Ron Burgundy.
It is pretty good. Some of his there was a lot of Aaron Hernandez jokes, they were funny, but I was like, wow, that's rough. Hey, Edelman was funny. Gronk is goofy as shit. He is a goofy guy, but
I feel like his material wouldn't be that funny, but it's
just awkward, but like goofy, like
he's just having a good time.
Randy Moss was not the best. He was probably not. He's probably the opposite of the best. I don't think that's his thing. Stick to catching football. Stick to running a go route and jumping out of the sky and catching the football. But no, overall I thought it was really because this is what I did. I had turned it on at like 7 because the Denver-Minnesota game didn't start till 10 o'clock.
Which, again, should be illegal.
I was like, this is insane, but maybe, all right, I'll watch this roast and then. So I watched the roast, ends at 10, and then I'm like, oh, might as well be fucking 1:30 in the morning. So I just went to bed. It's
worth watching?
Yeah.
For 3 hours?
Yes. I was like, I wasn't looking at my phone or so you can tell if it's good if you're not looking at it. Yeah. Brooke thought it was funny too, which
so
take that with a grain of salt. I'm just kidding.
I still have never even seen that movie, The Irishman, on Netflix because it's so long.
But you would think it's probably amazing because isn't it Scorsese?
It's Scorsese and it's got like a crazy
De Niro,
cast.
like all
Yeah, Pesci is in that? Is Pesci in that?
I believe so. God, I think any movie over 2 is kind of tough.
But you watch a 3-hour roast, so does that change that was one of your rules. Does that change?
That is not a rule, first of all, because Lord of the Rings is
the GOAT.
3 hours.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to check out the roast of Tom Brady. I would say my favorite one of all time is the roast of James Franco.
That's in my top 3.
Because they're like, just the way that they interact with each other.
Well, they're genuine buddies.
Right. A lot of the other ones, like the roast of Justin Bieber, they're funny.
That one's a top 3 for me.
They're really funny. But like Martha Stewart comes out, and I'm like, you don't know him.
Why is she here?
She actually does a really good job in that one too.
Yeah, but they're writing her jokes.
No, but her timing and stuff.
Her delivery was good. Yeah. You're right.
But I like the James Franco one because you can tell they're buddies with it.
I would say the Franco one, Justin Bieber one, do you remember the Flavor Flav one?
Yeah, awesome.
Out of Control. That's one of my favorites as well.
We should have a roast of somebody.
I don't know if I could do that.
I could definitely
just getting shit on for.
I could
2
definitely
hours.
do that.
You think you could take it?
Fuck yeah. That's basically what it is.
What do you mean you wish we had a roast? Yeah, that's a typical Saturday night for all of us.
Yeah, that's
when
just
the
what
guys
we
get
do.
together.
The
girls would not be able to handle it, I don't think.
Oh my god! If we roasted one of them,
did you see her nails the other? Oh my god! It'd be the end of World War or fucking end of the world.
Nice, good one.
You like that one? It's pretty decent. It's pretty okay. Edit it out, maybe, probably not. Shoot, what else? Sports.
Oh, I did something sweet.
Talking about the concert?
Yeah.
You're talking about, yeah.
That's why we said it's been a while. I got the chance to see the Struts, then Seether, then Stained with Aaron Lewis live 2 weekends ago in CFG Bank Arena, which used to be the Chicken Box down in Baltimore. Shout out the Double J. Something came up last minute, couldn't go, so he just gave me 2 free tickets.
Oh, so he didn't go at all?
No.
Oh, I thought you went like with him.
Nope. I was like, awesome. I had plans.
Did you at least give him like a reach around or something?
I got him one of the concert shirts.
Okay, that's cool.
Concert tees.
That's cool.
So the first band we missed, which was called Daybreaker, I think. Second band, because there's 5 bands total, was Aaron Jones.
Don't know.
Aaron? They play him on 98 Rock a lot.
I never heard of him.
He only has a few songs that I know, but they... his music isn't too much for me, but they jammed out. Then the Struts go on. Struts were third. I like the Struts. I know some of their songs. I actually know a lot more than I thought when they went on. Dude, they were incredible live. I will, if the Struts come around alive, again, I will see them 100%. Their stage presence was amazing, and they're incredibly British. They reminded me of like Queen because it's a 4-piece. Like the way that they work together on stage, like the look of them was like Queen.
Okay.
Then the fourth band was Seether. who
Fake it.
it's either they come on, they start their song, and they play, and then when that song ends, the guitarist just keeps playing while the rest of the band like gets ready for the next song, and then he goes into the next song.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And then that song ends, and the guitarist just keeps playing. I don't think he stopped the entire set, except for when they did like one acoustic song. The entire time he's playing guitar.
That's pretty wicked.
Just nonstop. And then every once in a while, like a song would end, and the lead singer would be like, "Thank you," and then jamming out the whole time. So
what was their encore song, or like what was their last song they played?
their last song was Remedy.
Okay.
Did you listen to country song?
I did. It's good.
Dude, a country song is badass.
It's good.
I love country song. Remedy was the last song, and then Stained comes out as the headliner with Aaron Lewis, who I guess wasn't touring with them for a little bit. I didn't know that.
He was doing his own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he was with them, and Stained was awesome live. Aaron Lewis sounds exactly the same.
His voice is unbelievable.
Sounds exactly the same. There was one of the songs he was singing. It was a big one. Maybe it was Outside.
Okay.
He's leaning up against the mic, and he's got his other hand like this with a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
So he sings like a lyric, and then leans away while the band plays and takes a puff of the cigarette, and then goes back in and keeps singing. And I thought that was awesome.
I bet he's pretty cool because he still he does like single shows.
Yeah.
But and then I think
because he's like a country artist.
Yeah, and then he also does the Stain stuff.
Amazing live. Sounds exactly the same.
His voice is did you listen to when he covers Nutshell?
No, I did not.
Oh man, I think it's the best cover of it that I've ever heard.
He has a great voice for that. Like, that's like one of the best voices for that grungy like.
Yes.
Stain was awesome, man. They have so many songs where like the whole place was singing along with it. And
Love
it's
it.
just so cool when you're in like I don't usually like indoor concerts unless it's like a smaller venue like Ram's Head.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. The environment was sweet.
I think if it's a country concert, I think like outside is more.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think it matters. Right?
I will say CFG Bank Arena is probably the easiest I've ever gotten a beer at a concert.
Was it $18?
It was not as expensive as like DC bar prices,
Okay.
to be honest.
Fair enough.
And their bar was really huge, so we like in between bands went up, got 2 or 3 drinks, went back, but like super easy. Shout out Chicken Box.
Chicken Box. Well, that's cool. Well, I'm going to see Picos in the Rooftops.
Yeah, that tomorrow.
That's actually tomorrow, or when this comes out, it'll be tonight.
Whoa.
We're talking about future
Time travel.
time. We just created time travel.
You know what Abby always does? My fiance, whenever we go to rock concerts, she's a big fan of the
Oh, she's
horns.
here.
She does this a lot, but she'll double up. But she likes to. I say like she likes to show the band. So when she doesn't do it like this, she like puts her finger out and gets it as close to the stage as possible. It's not like it's like up here. Like look at my fingers.
Even if you're not even close.
no matter where we are.
Oh, and she thinks they're going to see her.
I don't know why she does it. That's
Does
my
she
only
know
assumption.
she's doing it?
I make
Maybe.
fun of her every time.
Maybe she doesn't know she's doing it.
It looks like a cross between like Spider-Man and Hitler almost. Like one of those things.
Maybe that's. Maybe she should see somebody.
Hitler man.
Hitler Spider.
Yeah.
Spider. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure. I don't know. We probably do. You probably don't realize it. We probably do dumb.
I do the head bang.
I don't know what I don't even want to know what. I'd probably just cringe. Seeing yourself like. Because you kind of like don't know. You're not like. You're just doing it. You're just doing whatever.
I'm just in the moment.
You're in the moment, so you probably don't realize what you're doing.
So I should just stop.
You're probably like doing like the weird shit. Yeah. I don't know.
You know what that does remind me of? Since you said that, I had this professor at Seton Hill, and great professor, but he had a lot of things that he did all the time. Like every day he wore a sweater vest and a bow tie. Every day he drank a Lipton green tea. He always talked about how hot his wife was.
That's awesome.
Always said I'm a feminist. Like he said that every class, and there was like a lot of things that he was gonna do every class. So I made a bingo for it. I made like a bingo board, and it was like if he's wearing a bow tie if he's drinking Lipton green tea or whatever. And I came to class really early one day and put them on everybody's chairs and then left.
That's actually hilarious.
So then I came back and I was like, what's this bingo thing about? So the professor picks it up and he starts reading it, and he got really like insecure because he was like, I didn't realize I do all this stuff all the time.
Really?
And I was like, he's going to love this. This is going to be so funny. And he was like, oh my God. Like, he thought it was funny, but he's like, I had no idea some of these things I do that consistently.
Whoa.
And we did play. He was like, let's play. Winner gets a green tea.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you don't think about.
Yeah, it felt weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to know. You just. That was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I called him out.
Yeah.
Well, what's yours? Be ugly every day. Don't spell words correctly.
Are you talking to yourself? Or?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah. That's what I figured. Anyways. Our plan was to do top 5
Top 5 drinking games.
But we are almost.
This guy wouldn't stop talking.
Who's Stone Cold?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do we want to just maybe rattle some off and then?
Can I give you a drinking game that I really enjoy in my top 5 that I don't think you have in your top 5? Maybe one that you have not played.
Let's start with that.
Have you ever played the drinking game hockey?
Yeah.
With the quarters?
Yeah. That wasn't on my list, but I forgot about that. That would be.
I fucking love the hockey.
That's fun.
That's such a good game.
Yeah, and all you need is a quarter. You just sit there.
Quarter and beer.
I forgot about that one.
Dude,
we should play that next, probably this weekend.
If you guys haven't played hockey, I'm not going to explain it because
just don't.
It's one of those games you kind of have to like see. It's not hard to learn, but you basically spin a quarter and smack it at someone's beer.
Yeah.
And if it hits their beer, they drink.
I totally.
That's basically the idea of it, dude. It's so fun. And I would say one of my favorite things about it is like after a while beer is spilled everywhere, so you grab a towel to wipe down the table, and I always call it the Zamboni. Like bring in the Zamboni.
And you can just sit there and play that for hours.
Yeah.
It doesn't get old.
It's so fun.
It could be your entire night.
One game I have not in my top 5 that I really enjoy is Cheers Governor.
Oh, I don't think people will know what that is.
Cheers Governor, you just count 1 to 21.
Is that one? What's the other one? Oh.
Thumper.
I see. I was blanking when I was thinking about these games.
Yeah, we'll circle back, but I love Cheers Governor.
Cheers Governor is a good one because what you were saying, that's where you get in a circle, or it doesn't have to be a circle, but
however many people, you count 1 to 21 in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only thing is 7 and 14 are switched. Mm-hmm. So you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14.
Yeah.
Whatever. Once you get to 21, you say Cheers Governor. You drink, and then you make a new rule. So you would say, instead of the number 6, you say wiener poop. So then you'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wiener poop, 14, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. And then
21.
Once you go through 10, 11, 12, you have to do 21 rounds.
There's all these rules.
Then it's just like nonsense.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, that is a good one, easy one. Not easy because after a while. And then Thumper's the one where you just. Oh, so you do tap.
Yeah, and then you make.
And then you make up a thing, so you do that.
You do like a whatever.
Any signal, and everybody has to. And then you have to.
So like I would do like my signal, and then I would do your signal, and if I do that, that means you have to do your signal. And then you have to do someone else's signal.
Right. Okay.
But you can't do the person.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about?
I haven't played that one in a while either.
In the movie Beer Fest, they do a lot of drinking games that we don't do. Because their beer pong is with the paddles, where you have to hit it into the cup, and then they do the high pour drink, and they do Thumper. And those are games that like we don't play that kind of beer pong.
Here's my question: which of these games did your frat think they invented?
A version of beer pong.
They think they invented it, or they did. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Kappa Sig, bro, for life.
Kappa Sig for life.
It's a version of beer pong that I think we called it 21 Cup. I'm pretty sure they're gonna claim that.
Great. Just reminds me of that scene in Neighbors, where they're like talking about all the games they invented or whatever, and he's like, that's a bunch of bullshit, right? Neighbors is a hilarious movie. Like,
Yeah.
I
Last funny movie to ever come out.
ever and on the planet. Do you think there was like fraternity guys that were actually upset about that movie? Because it's pretty much
Guarantee it, 100%.
making fun of fraternity.
I guarantee it.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I don't think like at Salisbury, but if you're like a fraternity dude in Clemson with like a big frat house and like you're really into it, I guarantee
Super
they were
upset.
like, we don't look like that at all.
We did him then, beer pong.
Yeah, right.
Where does beer pong fall?
On my list? Do you want me to give you my list real quick, or are we going to save this?
I think since we're already, let's just.
All right, number 5, beer ball.
That was way higher on my list.
Number 4, stack cup.
Love it.
Number 3, beer pong.
Okay.
Number 2, hockey. Number 1, flip cup.
I forgot about flip cup.
My
list sucked. I forgot about like all these.
we'll go through yours real quick.
Well, now I'm gonna put hockey on there. I don't even.
You can change the whole thing. Just make something up.
Number 1, I had beer ball. That's
Really?
That's my favorite because that's the one you're playing with a partner and you have to try and hit their other team's beer can,
And then
you get to drink, right? Yeah.
If you hit the can.
And they have to try and get the ping pong ball, which is so fun because if you're playing at like a party, that ball could get kicked down the fucking stairs.
Yeah.
So that one's always fun. That's my number 1. I always had a blast doing that one. I think beer pong has to be.
So here was my thing. With my 3-2-1. Beer pong, the most classic drinking game. I love all the different rules and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you meet someone from Montana or whatever, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we have this word that we play with."
And then there's house rules.
Yeah.
So you have to play them.
My thing with beer pong and the same with beer ball, why they weren't rated higher, is it's only 4 people playing at a time. I like hockey and flip cup because
it's
so much easier to play. Like flip cup, you just need cups and you just flip it.
Yeah.
There's a little more like ability to beer pong. Hockey, you just need a quarter and a beer, and you can play with any amount of people. And flip cup, you can set up with any amount of people, and it's so easy. There's no learning curve.
I like those.
That's why I had those ranked a lot higher.
Did you have slap cup on there?
I didn't do slap cup. I did stack cup.
Stack, right? But they're similar, but
they're the same thing, except instead of smacking the cup, you stack the cup.
Right. Which the smacking the one kind of doesn't make sense because if there's beer in it.
Yeah. As someone who's hosted a lot of parties, slap cup.
What are you, John Belushi or something?
Yeah.
Right.
But stack cup makes it progressively harder also.
Yes.
Which actually makes sense because it's really easy in those games to fuck someone and get them super hammered.
Yeah.
Like if you're next to Keith Klutz playing that game, you're going to get hammered because he's just going to make every shot.
I try not to stand next to him ever because I just look like a little child next to him and only
next to him.
Next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, slap cup probably wouldn't be on there. But yeah, you brought up some good. My brain must have shut up. Hockey. What was your list again?
Beer ball, stack cup, beer pong, hockey, flip cup.
Yeah, flip cup. One that I've noticed has gotten more popular. I'm not going to say it wasn't a thing when we were like in college or whatever. Is it beer die?
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
I've played it one time, but like when I see all these like clips about it, like beer die or play of the day or whatever, because you have to throw this die up in the air, and then it's like if it hits the table and then hits the cup, but you catch it afterward. It's an interesting game. I've only played it once, but I hear more and more about it. Like I think the kids younger than us are like
that's the
into
thing.
that. Yeah, that's like their game. What the fuck?
All right, aliens.
That was wild. Yeah. Well, I feel like we did want to do a top 5, but
there you go.
It's all good.
You have to just name a random top 5. You just name 5 drinking games.
Yeah, it worked out. Wait, what?
You have to go 5-1.
Oh, I thought
it doesn't have to be what you're sticking with. You just have to go.
I thought I already did that.
All you said was beer ball. You just gave me your ball.
I'll go beer ball 1. I'm gonna go beer pong 2. It's such a great partner game.
Okay, dude, relax.
I like because there's that meme. It's like when you and your partner are up next for beer pong, and it shows Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. This gets me fired up. I'll go hockey for 3.
It is cool when you're like at a party and there's a bunch of people and someone's like, "Hey, you want to play beer pong?" Like, we have been chosen.
Even if you're like not, you don't even know this guy.
Yeah.
But it's never not awesome. What?
When does that happen?
That's never happened. I play with the same people every time.
It'd be like if we know everybody at every party or bar we go to.
Yeah, that's usually the same. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right.
4 would be. I'll go flip cup for 4.
And then 5.
5. I'm gonna put. Did I say beer die?
No.
I'm gonna put that at 5 because I think.
You're hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I think if we would have played it more,
We'd like it.
yeah. So.
All right. There you go.
And.
There's your top 5 for the haters, though.
I mean, you could. Oh well, I got one. What about drunk or what was it?
Mario Kart.
Mario driving.
Drunk driving.
Yeah, I guess. Where you had
The Mario Kart version.
Mario Kart version where you have to what is it? You finish a lap, you have to chug your beer before you start it up again.
You have to finish a beer before you finish a lap. So
I mean,
you can sip and drive or chug it at the end.
I mean, that hasn't been played since the spring
That's
games
awesome.
of 1975.
I actually have a Dizzy Bat.
Oh, Dizzy Bat. Dizzy Bat?
That we can play soon. That might have to come to.
Wow, I just thought of one, then I forgot it. Power Hour, is that a game?
Power Hour.
Would that be considered a game?
Why not? Yeah.
Because the best one is Alternative Rock.
Well, what about like the movie drinking games, like the Top Gun drinking game? Like every time they say Maverick, you take a drink or
Yeah,
whatever?
but you could literally do that with any movie.
Yeah, you
or
can do
anything.
Power Hour with anything.
Or
Any music.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
All right. It is the summer. Summer's back,
Hot boys.
so it's time for
Yes,
more
sir.
Hawaiians. It's time for drinking games. It's time for outdoor friendship and stuff. So
Friendship floating down a river.
there's a lot of friendship activities coming up soon. So we'll recap all of them as they come up.
We won't be able to tell you all of the details
Relax.
until we get famous. Then it's like whatever. We can say whatever we
We'll
want.
find out anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for tuning in. Your favorite podcast
episode 20 coming up soon. We'll have to.
coming up after the next one
Yeah.
because 1920.
Is that how it goes?
Like I said, I teach PE. I don't get into the math stuff. We will have a guest.
For
We
20?
will not. We will. This is we're not going to do an episode. We won't do episode 20 unless we have a guest
So we'll see you all in September.
of 2035. No. Yeah. So we'll do one more week or two,
Yeah.
and then it'll be time.
Appreciate the love on Instagram. Thank you.
Yes. We are getting more followers and stuff like that.
Tell your friends.
Please share or don't. I don't know.
Send me more Hawaiians.
I think you have enough. Because then it's going to become you're going to have to go see a therapist about it. Help. It's like one of them, help, I can't stop eating hair or something. But for you,
TV shows?
yeah, on like stupid ass DLC or whatever it is. Or help, yours is going to be help, I can't stop wearing Hawaiian shirts and having diabetes.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see you next episode.
Bye.